First of all, you reap what you sow, right? Let's get this established, right? What does the Lord, what do our Lord Savior say? What do he say? You ask, you shall receive, right? So y'all talking crazy like y'all want Buffalo. The score was 31-7. You know what? Let me tell you how I feel, right? This calls for a celebration. No, we're not finished. We still got 3 more games left. But this calls for a celebration, right? You see this? You see this? All right, let me show you what I'm about to do. Let me show you what I'm about to do. It's that Bo Nix pack. Hold on. This that Sean Payton. Hold on. Hold on.
Hold on.
Oh, that's potent. This them Denver Broncos. You know why we smoked y'all boots? We sent y'all back to Bronco Country, Bronco County, whatever you want to call it.
We on that upset pack.
We on that upset pack. Hold on. Did I not say that we was gonna neutralize y'all on both sides of the field? Did I not say that your team is overrated and that your team had no business being here in the first place? Hold on. I thought this was gonna be an upset. Hold on. They said Bo Nix is gonna come in here on our dirt and be our MVP. Hold on. I thought this was the top defensive line that we had seen since the 1990s. They said our offensive line wasn't nothing. They said we don't have a top offensive line. They said Josh Allen be running for his life. Didn't I know what we did? Say, hold on. Because this is just beautiful to me. Because I feel like y'all was trolling us. Because guess what? I was watching videos and people didn't even know this was a game. People was like, oh, the Bills played the Broncos? Y'all was doing that for ratings. Everybody knew we was going to destroy y'all. They had to hype y'all up to give y'all some confidence that was never there. Your team is trash. I'm sorry. Hold on. This is boiling my blood. Let me say it one more time. And I'm going to say this. That Denver Bronco pack tasted delicious, boy. It was so bad that I stopped watching the game. I stopped watching the game in the fourth quarter. I'm like, oh, this game is over it. I'm like, Josh, send him out. Where's Mr. Trubisky? We even need Josh Allen to beat y'all boys. Our running back beat y'all. Y'all put up 7 points within the first minute, and we haven't seen y'all again. How many times was I? Y'all didn't even get to the red zone the whole entire game. You know what? Hold on, I ain't finna start cooking, yo, HB, man. What's your overview, bro? What is your
overview of the game? Josh went 20 for 26, 272 and 2 touchdowns, no picks. And for a team that sacked 63 times all season, they got there twice. On a coverage sack, where we're gonna get into that in a little bit, and the second sack was clean toward the end of the game. Didn't really hurt us much. James Cook. Let that boy cook. 23 carries, 120, 5.2 per carry, and a touchdown. Ty Johnson, they got it, bro. Ty Johnson had 9 carries, 44 yards on the ground, 4.9 per carry. Difference maker, way to step up. Nice that he was able to step up when Ray Davis was not on the field. Hope that he gets better for the next game. Slim chance that he'll play, but hopefully we defend our dirt come Sunday. We gonna get that off in another show. But Bo Nix went 13 for 22. 13 for 22. Hey man, victory don't taste sweeter today, man. It tastes so sweet today. Let me give. This is a different version of myself today, man. I'm gonna have some fun today, man, because I don't really get to have fun, man. So when I tell you, Shay, I want to hear you say player offs for the rest of the year. And I'm gonna use the same robe you had the 8-4 on, bro. I'm gonna put on my Buffalo Bills robe, and I'm gonna flex on you the same way. And I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna advance while you guys are in Cabo. All right. So with me, 1, 2, 3. Cabo for all y'all Denver Broncos fans that wanted to come out here and run your mouth and come over here to Buffalo thinking y'all was gonna come here. Some little boys. Y'all some little boys. Y'all came up in here with y'all little old defensive line. thinking that y'all was gonna come against some dogs.
What?
Of a sack all season. That's bodying people all season, not getting their respect, but it's all good because we're not all pro. Just like Deion Dawkins said, we not all pro, except for your boy all pro Schno. Now, Smoking Joe has been doing his job on offense, but Aaron Cromar, man, hey, big kudos to you, man, for getting the offensive line cooking the way you've been cooking, man. But at the end of the day, we came, we saw, we conquered, we on to the next. On, we're 1-0. I ain't got nothing else to say on that, man. We got some crazy stats. We got some crazy stats outside of the overview of the game. We're 5-0 in the last 5 home playoff games. James Cook broke a record for rushing yards in the first quarter. He's the first running back. He's the first running back with 100+ yards since 95. Thurman Thomas. It's the first time that we rushed as a unit for 200+ rushing yards since 1995 in the playoffs versus the Miami Dolphins. Josh Allen, he breaks the first. Oh yeah, he breaks Jim Kelly's record for postseason touchdowns in 6 less games. And that's just the start of it. That's the first game in the playoffs. Now, what was our record this season at home?
Was it 9-0? 8-0?
They know. And we're 5-0 in the last 5 home playoff games. Should give you a little bit of confidence coming in to Sunday. So that's a whole other thing we got to talk about come Saturday night. Right now, we're looking as dominant as we have ever looked. It was so deceiving, however, because you and I both looked at each other. We're like, man, it don't even feel like we put up 31 points. At least it didn't feel like we put up 31. So I feel down the road, we still haven't peaked, and that's a beautiful
not at all.
That's a beautiful thing. We had, what was it, 10-7 at the half? And my prediction I had last week was we were gonna start off slow at the half, and then we was gonna come dominate toward them. We were gonna scrape everything up because we're so good at the second half. And my wife is always telling me that we've never been a second half team as long as I've met her. And man, have the tides turned in the last couple of years. Have the tides turned.
Oh,
Thanks
definitely.
to my boy Smoking Joe Brady, man. Because we on that Joe Brady pack come next week.
Oh, most definitely, you know. And you know what? I think that's a beautiful cliffhanger. You know why? Because I actually want to get into that, right, for this game, right? So I want to bring up the good, the bad, and the ugly for the game, right? So I want to start off with the good, right? Because there's a lot of good in this game, right? The first good, the run game was efficient. I can't tell you the last time we ran the ball good in the playoffs. And like you said, we broke a record. So what? Last time we done this was in 1995.
95.
James Cook started off with like a 19-yard run to the sideline. Boy, he hit the sideline and he put them jets on. I'm like, okay, this how the game gonna go. This is how the game gonna start. Because one thing that the Denver Broncos had us deceived at first was that they went down the field and scored like it was nothing. And that was their game plan. You know why I say that was their game plan? Because after we had came back down the field and we retaliated, they had no answer. They thought if they go down there and score, that we was gonna run away from our game plan. But no, we didn't. Because you know why? Joe Brady, right? Joe Brady have to get his credit because I can say this is the first time in a long time. I can honestly say this, that when we was playing from behind, he didn't switch up the game plan.
No.
And that was a big thing about me when it came to Joe Brady. When we win it. But when we playing from behind, he is not good at coming back from playing from behind, at least with his game plan wise. And I seen that. So that showed growth. And I feel confident about that, especially going into next week. Another good, we won in the trenches on both sides of the field. We was playing kids. Like, they looked like a group of rookies. We made this superstar defense that I believe they have like I think they have the fourth best O-line in the league, if I'm not mistaken. Did you know that Bo Nix, they had the ball for 18 minutes, right? Did you know Bo Nix was pressured 53% of the times? So that mean he was pressured for 9 minutes of the game.
Mm-hmm.
He was pressured for 9 minutes of that game. And I thought y'all had a top O-line. Y'all really played nobody. And y'all all big talk. Oh, we beat the Chiefs. Y'all beat their practice squad.
Yeah.
Y'all beat their practice squad. Y'all talking like y'all beat the Super Bowl champions. Y'all need to calm down. Y'all need to humble yourselves. But that's okay because we just humbled y'all Sunday. So next year, come back. Come back better. Come back more experience. And then we can talk, even though it won't be enough. But we can still talk then, right? So that's another good. Hey, and this one of my biggest ones. You know I've been on him all year. Tyler Bass. 3 for 3. His longest 37. He had an excellent game. I can't be mad at Tyler Bass. Because one thing I always say, he missed a field goal every game. Or every other game.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let me not say every other because we're going to need that 3 for 3 next week for sure. So.
Oh, yeah.
We go. Yeah. One missed kick, one missed extra kick, it could be the difference between a victory and a loss. So, with that being said, I'm gonna have to give him that. And tight ends. Hey, yesterday was tight end day. Dawson Knox showed up with a big play, and bet my boy Kincaid. I have been waiting for Joe Brady to get that brother involved within this offense. Josh Allen went 20 for 26 when he used them tight ends. We looked efficient on the ground. We looked efficient in the air. We looked amazing yesterday when we got our tight ends involved. And guess what? We looked even more dangerous because, like even HB said, we even know we put up 31 points because that's how easy we made it seem. I remember because I watched the game at his house. I remember when he was talking. I looked back. It was 21-7. It was just 7-3. It was 7-10. I turned around. It was 21-7. I'm like, what the hell just happened? So, hey, that's my good of the week, man. What you got for me, big dog?
The good, I had Tyler Bass. Also going, 1 for 1 basically, 100% completion on his kicks. Playoff Tyler Bass, man, activate that man. So there's a good on that. Mac Hollins, bro. Tell me how our starting gunner is also the dude that's leading us in touchdowns, in reception touchdowns. How does that make sense, man? What team you gonna find out in the league to do that? That's another case for Josh on the race. But that's another story for another day. Mac Hollins, Tyler Bass, our defense played shutout ball. Unanswered points after unanswered points. Tip balls were like the greatest part of the game. Only because we were able to get the incompletions, but we needed turnovers. Damar Hamlin, bro. Damar Hamlin had like numerous chances to get picks. I'm going to just jump straight to the ugly because I'm not going to lie to you. Damar Hamlin, bro, you better not hype me up like that ever in your life. Ever. Because you look like a straight up fool. Taking off your shiesty and saying, what's up? Knowing you dropped that ball, brother. You know you messed up. You know you messed up.
He looked crazy, too.
I'm not going to let you slide. You had everybody bumped up. Next thing you know, you looked like this. That's crazy. Bro, you know that was crazy. You know what you were doing. Why you? All right, don't ever, because, bro, it was ugly. It was ugly. Another thing that was ugly, the fake punt. We got to get to it. Special teams, because this was bad and ugly, okay? That was the ugliest part of the game, to my opinion, because as a whole, the special teams did really good. Mac Hollins put a good hit on them. Shakir came and had a bunch of good returns. Ty Johnson had a good kick return. They all played good as a unit. And Mims didn't do nothing the rest of the game. Mims, I don't think did anything at the end of the game. You brought up the run game earlier. That's another good thing. Laughlin, I remember that we were talking about how we struggle. Somebody said that we struggle against big running backs. I think he had like 20-some yards rushing the entire game. Boy, Javonte Williams. And then Laughlin had -2. So you can miss me with that notion. So I don't want to hear nothing about that. We're good. We're good when we have to be good. When we have to be prepared to ball. And the mission is the mission. We went against Denver. We went and we conquered Denver. Those are the two uglies for me. The special teams play, the fake punt, should have been ready for it. And Damar Hamlin, bro. Don't do that to me.
I have two bads, but I have a lot of uglies, right? Okay. So my first bad is the discipline. I believe we had about 7 flags. Mac Hollins had an unnecessary taunting while we was in the red zone. In which, we was winning back in the day. We're not blowing nobody else out from this point on. So all that extra taunting and all that, man, you and I feel you play football, you get back to the line of scrimmage, man. You get back to the huddle. We don't got we do all that after the game, after we show up and win. Then you talk your shit.
And not for nothing, but I know a dude like Sean McDermott is definitely checking him and telling him, yo, we're not doing that. Like, we're not doing that. Like, we're gonna win to our standard. We're gonna have fun because I know that their motto is "Be you with us" with the Buffalo Bills. This version of Buffalo Bills, "Be you with us." So they let Mac Hollins beat him. They let him cook up and do the whole thing on the field. They let him taunt the whole nine. But do not cost yourself of a good play. You had a good catch on pass or 10 on soft coverage. You get the first down. We're gonna get another score at that point. And then you kind of settle us back by doing that and on your own vitriol. Spencer Brown, known for taking penalties, is high-fiving you. That's not good. That's not a good deal. It's not a good sign as far as leadership concerned. Be you at the end of the day, but don't hurt the team by having that type of attitude.
Now, most definitely. And then not only that, discipline the flags, bro. I've seen this in 2 and 21, 3rd and 20, 2 and 30. I'm like, what is going on here? Back-to-back holdings? We can't afford that next week. Next week, we need perfect football with minor mistakes. Mm-hmm. That's what it's all about next week. So discipline was a bad thing for me, right? And my next bad thing was the separation. The defensive line was so good this week that it saved our secondary. Our secondary was getting cooked if you actually watched the game. Bo Nix missed a lot of open receivers because the rush was in his face.
And Von Miller didn't get there, but he was getting the pressures that he needed to get him off his spot. So I'm not gonna completely get Von Miller about the picture. I know we was hard on him, but he showed up in this game. A lot of them didn't get home, but a lot of them got Bo Nix off his spot, which was awesome for the game because it made them not even just one dimensional, but it made Bo Nix have to run.
Oh, so definitely.
And that's something that pissed me off even more, that he got to run, knowing that he can run, and we had nobody to just spy. I know we were up, but it doesn't mean you play undisciplined football. You play shutdown football.
And that's great. That's a great point that you brought that up. How we basically didn't have a quarterback spy. Did you know that Bo Nix had the most first downs for their team on offense altogether? He had more first downs than their receivers. He had more first downs than their running backs. He was their team, literally. Outside of that first play was first drive with Sutton, if that's how you pronounce his name, if I'm not mistaken. Sutton.
Oh,
he scored that touchdown. Sutton.
Yeah.
When he scored that touchdown, other than that, it was Bo Nix the whole game. And that's why the score was 31-7. You know what I mean? But outside of that, our secondary was saved. And I'm actually nervous about that next week, but we're going to talk about that. But there was no separation with us either. Our separation is terrible. That's why Josh Allen got 2 cover sacks, because nobody could get open. Amari Cooper was this. You go ahead, yep.
I was going to say, because the one where he did get the cover sack, the only cover sack of the game was when he was complaining at the ref when Kincaid got the PI that didn't get called. And what I was telling you, if it's not figured out, either throw the ball in his direction or throw it away instead of complaining literally in the middle of the play. You screwed yourself and you screwed the team out of a sack and complaining mid-play. And he had time to throw the ball away or get outside the pocket and do something. But he didn't. He elected the point at the play instead of just throw the ball. And it's not going to work your way every time. It's just not.
And also too, that Keon Coleman call that was not called, that PI, when he come and lift his arm up and they didn't call it, I want y'all to expect that a lot this postseason. A lot of calls not gonna go our way. So you know what that means? We have to beat the teams and the refs. So don't expect a lot of calls to go our way. We're gonna get calls, but a lot of calls ain't gonna go our way either. So stop complaining. We need to dominate and make sure the refs don't have no choice. We're gonna take the refs out the game. And that's what we got to do. So everybody complain about the Keon Coleman. That's one flag they ain't called. Leave it be. We got to dominate these teams. If y'all want to complain about the refs, dominate them then. Bottom line. So I want to get to the bad real quick. We were 1-5 in the red zone. 1-5. We got 1 touchdown in the red zone. Y'all might not think about that. No, like, well, we blew them out 31-7, but most of our touchdowns came from outside the 20.
Yeah.
When we got to that red zone, we wasn't doing anything.
We got a lucky play. We had a lucky play by Ty Johnson on the 4th and 1 on a bad play call. That was a ballsy play call by McDermott to have him wheel out and then have Josh Allen, go ahead and point and navigate him, tell him to keep crossing over, and then just throwing the ball, throwing basically a Hail Mary ball. And if his shoelaces wasn't tied, it would have been a wrap. It would have been we'd have been the other way. So there's that, and then the explosion play by Curtis Samuel. Good stuff for him showing up too, because Curtis Samuel has 68 yards and a touchdown. But at the end of the day, I mean, he hasn't really been something that's the story of the season. But if he could show up in this playoff run, it might be curtains early for anybody.
And also too, I know y'all don't want to hear this, but I don't give a damn, because I invest in this team. I always seem just like you. Josh Allen made me mad. He was 20 for 20. He was 20 for 26. Okay, that's cool. But he had 69 yards in the first half. He couldn't find his arm. In the first half, he had 69 yards. Mm-hmm. On top of that, you got our second string running back knocked the hell out with a concussion. Yeah, he don't do it often, but that was a hospital ball.
You could tell he felt bad too. When he was done, he looked back and he was like, "Oh, damn!"
He put his head on his helmet, this and that there. Yes, I understand it was a mistake. I'm gonna give him that. But at the end of the day, bro, it's the playoffs. You do that in the regular season, you can't make them type of mistakes, bro. Nah. That could have been. He got a concussion. It could have been a lot worse than that. If it's not there, throw it away. Yeah. Don't put him at risk. Don't put none of our risk. Trust me, I would rather lose a game than to lose our foundation, bro. To lose our players at the end of the day, bro. Because when that happened, I was sick. Me and Harry looked at each other. We were just in shock. He was like, "What the?"
And he was limping out. He came out limping,
bro. He couldn't walk. So I'm not even sure if he's gonna play next game. He's questionable, but I'm not sure if he even gonna play. If I'm being honest with you,
I'm comfortable with Ty though.
Oh no, most definitely. So I say like Josh Allen and something else. If y'all notice, throughout the game, he was very hesitant to run out that pocket and to run that ball. You know how many times he sat in the back of that pocket? He's telling right receivers doing this, but you got nothing but open field in front of you. Run for that first down, big dog. Even though we won the game, he seemed scared to run at times when he had the opportunity. And I did not like that, if I'm being honest with you. I think he could have been Josh, MVP Josh, even though he did play like it was sometimes like, run that ball, boy. It's easy money. Easy first downs. And my last, yep.
No, I'll say Josh had on top of him being like hesitant to run, they play like, I gotta give credit to them. They play really good contain at most of the game. They play like really good contain. So Josh had to go get it out the mud with almost 30 attempts, which is why he looked so hesitant, because they were coming in wide. So when you come in wide and then you got two guys containing in the inside, which is most of the game, why they didn't get to us? They had to protect the, for man coverage. They had to protect the QB run coming through the middle. So that's why a lot of the times he was kind of coming in and trying to juke from the outside, because they were playing contained the whole time. But our tackles are so good that they weren't letting them pass. So not having them able to rush. If they were to get free, if Benito were to get free, that would have been a whole lane for him to run. So at times it's better to just keep contained and just keep yourself in the pocket and throw than for you to try to force a run. But on top of it, like, even if he was scared, he still had 46 yards on the ground on 8 attempts. So and they try to win with doing less in the first half. All they had to do was like Joe Brady was saying, like, it doesn't look sexy, but it's going to get us to win. And right now, we basically won the game with running the ball most of the game. You had 26 attempts, but most of those attempts were not. They were 2 splash plays, and the rest of them were just easy cross plays, things that you could just call it Madden. Audible, do a quick cross, little check down deals. And there was nothing that really popped out and you want to scream. And Kincaid's big catch. Outside of that, there's nothing really crazy that they did that was elaborate, like they did with LA when they were behind.
Oh, definitely. And my last ugly though is special teams. And Rich, you spoke of it, but I want to add on to it. Mm-hmm. Special teams has been one of my biggest hiccups about this team for years. Not just this year, for years, right? And that fake punt in the first quarter, and I'm starting to get convinced. I'm starting to be convinced that whoever our special teams coordinator is,
Yeah.
he's not practicing fake punts, offside kicks, or none of that. He barely practicing with Tyler Bass at that. I don't know what he's doing. It's like any team could do anything against us on special teams, and we have no answer for anything in any scenario in any situation. Because if that's the Kansas City Chiefs team, that's a touchdown. Because
Matthew Smiley. I know his last name was Smiley, but I remember his first name. Matthew Smiley. He's been on the team for 7 years. So that's probably why you can't remember the last really good, consistent return team that we've had. It's in quite some time. Because McDermott hired him 7 years ago.
Because I think if that was the Kansas City Chiefs, they would have got that first down. They would have went down that field and scored us. That was the big stop that we needed to make.
We should have kept Farwell when he was the special teams coordinator.
Oh, he was nice.
Yeah, Farwell was nice.
So that's another one of my uglies.
They're probably gonna get him canned. And it's nothing different that we're saying that the building's not saying. That there's people that actually work in that building that I know that are saying that he's gonna be out the door. And I don't think it's saying anything bad about him as a person. It's just they need a new look. They need a new look back there.
Oh yeah, definitely. We need a new philosophy on special teams. Because his philosophy or whatever it is one of the worst in the league. Bottom line. We got too much
whatever
talent.
his philosophy is not philosophizing.
Yeah.
It's not doing his thing.
It's not cooking, bro, at all. It's not cooking, bro.
Hey yo, before you get past it though, you know what? Nah, it's gonna lead into the next one. It's gonna lead into the next one. It's gonna lead to the next segment.
Hold on. I ain't gonna lie. I think it's time to give out some flowers.
Yes, sir. Go ahead. I'll just go.
We need to give out the game flowers. You feel me? So I have flowers to give out on special teams. I have flowers to give out on defense, and I have flowers to give out on offense. Right? So I'm gonna start off on offense. I'm gonna make it real simple, man. James Cook showed up and he showed out. No, and I expect nothing less from him. You know what I mean? He showed us for 2 years now, consistent. He's RB run. He never gonna lose he have not lost a step. So I expected that. So flowers to James Cook. Dalton Kincaid. Like I said, I was excited that we even brought him back into the gameplay. If you can see how much of a different offense we are, that's an extra plus. That's an extra look for Josh Allen. And that's good that he got that confidence leading into next game. Because one thing about Baltimore, they can't guard tight ends. So good thing they got him some confidence, right? And my last flower for offense is Khalil Shakir, boy. Man. When they say you need to wrap up, he's the definition of you better wrap up. Don't throw your body at him.
Six catches, 61 yards, and not to mention almost took it back on a punt return.
Come on.
I know
my boy was cooking. Huh? Oh.
I know he was mad when he got tripped up.
Bro, he was one man away from a kick from a punt return. What you got for offense, big dog?
Offense, man, I gotta give it to Mac Hollins. Mac Hollins was another guy that was showing up, man. And Ty Johnson, man. Ty Johnson, if it wasn't for him showing up on that touchdown catch, we'd have been cooked from behind. So on that's all I got for the offense, man, because you already got the rest. Self-explanatory. James Cook, 23 carries, 120 in the tug.
I'm glad I did leave out Ty Johnson because you brought him up. I don't think I overlooked him because guess what? When he caught that touchdown in the back of the end zone, the game was over right there. Everybody knew, the Broncos knew the game was over right there, bro. It was a wrap.
And we needed a change of pace back though. We needed a change of pace back. So I think that having him as a change of pace back to relieve James Cook, I think that he played his role perfectly. And the touchdown catch it made things so great for him toward the end.
Oh no, most definitely. So now I want to get into defense, right? My first flowers, and I was hard on this man. Matt Milano.
Y'all try to get rid of my mans, bro. Y'all try to get rid of him.
I know I was.
Where's he
I ain't gonna lie.
Where is he going?
Man.
He's doing well now, isn't it?
First of all, his speed is
like
bad,
Barnes, brother.
Bruh. He hawked Bo Nix, and Bo Nix fast, bro. His speed is back. His engine is back. His run stopping is back. It looked like he ain't lose a step.
It's gonna be one more thing back. It's gonna be his arm. He's gonna get his arm back. He's gonna take that coat off at some point.
He looked good, bro. Matt Milano, you earned your flowers, man. You know who else earned their flowers? Terrell Bernard, man. 5 tackles, 6 tackles, assists. That's 11 plays right there. That's 11 plays. My boy was around the ball each and everywhere. He's everywhere, bro. So, hey, kudos to both our linebackers. And my last one, man, you know who it is, man. Man, Big Greg Rousseau, man. My boy's a dog, man. My boy showed up. My boy showed up with a sack. You feel me? He was right there causing pressure. They ain't know what to do with him. He was always back there. And if you notice, every time Bo Nix ran, he run towards the left near Greg Rousseau. He ran to the right and broke out. So those are my 3 flowers for defense, man. What you got for me, big dog?
You know what, man? I gotta give another guy in the trenches some love, man. I gotta give my boy Ed Oliver some love, man. I know that he didn't do a lot of stuff on tape that you would have said, like splash plays, like sacks or anything like that. But the brother contained the middle. There was nothing in the beginning. You remember when we would fall asleep in the middle of the game? We did not literally, but we just didn't pay attention. We were already blowing them boys out during the game. I'm telling you, he was a force to be reckoned with, man. In the middle, he was just killing it. So I think big kudos to him on the defensive line. Greg Rousseau, my Haitian brother, man, got another sack toward the end of the game. So that's a good thing for us. Coverage sack nonetheless. And Bo Nix, let's just be clear. He stopped running. He got tired of carrying the team at that point. So once he got that sack, it was just, it was kind of one of those deals where it's like, you got me. I'm tired of running. I just you know what I mean? Another one, I did want to give it to Terrell Bernard too, man. I did want to give it to Terrell Bernard. He's a difference maker. And now, like, when he's healthy, he's the most, outside of all our other linebackers, he's the most important piece to our defense. Not the corners, not the safeties, not the linemen. We can deal with all the rest. We have enough depth everywhere else. But Terrell Bernard is the catalyst to our defense. And Taron Johnson, when he got hurt, we both looked at each other like, oh, my goodness.
I was sick.
Yeah. When he came back in and he started checking everything, I'm like, okay, he's alive. He's alive. Okay, we can breathe. Everything's fine now. But Terrell Bernard being healthy is the catalyst to our defense as a whole. He's the green dot. He's in the run game heavily, especially when it comes to inside run game. He's got pure gap integrity, and I can't wait to see what we got going on next week for that. I think that's all I got as far as the guys on. Oh no, because you already covered the guy that they try to let go. Matt Milano. Matt Milano's been setting the tone, man. Matt Milano's been setting the tone. Just now, how do you progress from this game? Because he's only been in for about close to half the season now. If I'm not, not as far as games wise.
Since 49ers.
They play like 6-7 games, if that.
Yep.
So he's already conditioned enough, and he hasn't peaked because he's just getting back. So I think we're gonna be fine. We got some good stuff to cook up this week, man.
Oh no, definitely. And I have 2 more to hand out for special teams, man. Tyler Bass, man. Hey man, I'm proud of you. Because I'm not gonna lie, you got the most smoke throughout this year.
Oh yeah.
All the Bills fans, from the Bills organization, you got the most smoke. And you showed up when times matter. And man, kudos to you, brother, man. Keep doing your thing, man. I love that you're finding your confidence, but next week gonna really show us if you have that confidence. Or today was just a fluke because it was an easy victory. You ain't had no pressure on you. So we gotta see you under pressure. So next week is gonna really let me know if you are worthy of keeping on this team or not. But so far, good job, brother. Because guess what? It's 100 more kickers out there that's waiting for your opportunity, who's waiting for your job. So kick like your job is on the line, big dog. But you're the guy this week for special teams, and you deserve your flowers.
One last thing I want to say.
Yep.
Two last things I want to say. One last thing. We might be at that game come Sunday night. We just might. And two, the MVP race is pretty much done with. The votes are already in. The same people that vote All-Pro is the same people that vote for the MVP. And they voted Lamar Jackson number 1 in the All-Pro and Josh Allen number 2. So next time y'all want to say there ain't no conversation to be had, y'all got to go through me first. Because I got smoke for all of that. Okay? That's all I got to say. Let's go. And it's gonna be real. The real MVP is gonna be decided Sunday night at 6:20 or 6:30. So we'll see y'all boys on Saturday.
Most definitely. Hey, this is my last one for special teams. My boy Khalil, man. First of all, when I see him on a punt return, I was nervous. I'm like, what he's doing back there? I haven't seen this man on punt return all year, I feel like. Or even, you know what I mean? And he almost broke that punt return. I think he needed to be a permanent punt returner the way that man was running.
He would be if Curtis Samuel could be a better slot next season. I can see him doing something like a dual type of deal there. Yeah. And Curtis Samuel, man, he used to play running back in college. So the way he broke loose on that, and he's healthy. He's healthy. Now he was been dealing with nagging injuries all season. And now he's got plenty of time. He had a really good role the last game of the season. So he's conditioned now to come into the playoffs. And he played a good amount that last game. So it's going into now the playoffs, and he's conditioned to play. And everybody else is just revving up.
Now, most definitely. But hey, hold on. Let me get into some comments real quick, man.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
Okay,
shout out to my dog Jaden McDuffie, man. What's going on, big dog? How you doing, brother? Hey, man. Shout out to Jacqueline Rivera for tuning in on YouTube, man. Hey, man.
That's Mom Dukes, man. That's Mom Dukes.
Hey, man, what's going on, Mom Dukes? Hey, man, thank you for the love and support. Man, hit that like button, Mafia. Let's effing go. Big dubs, baby. Make sure you subscribe and follow the channel, man. Bills United Fire. But hey, man.
Appreciate the love, y'all boys.
Man, we appreciate it, man. Mafia Talk. Also, man, follow my man Jay Mafia on YouTube. Follow his channel, man. He go live every Wednesday at 8:30, man. Great content, man. Very entertaining, man. Fun vibes. Man, go tune in, man. Like, comment, subscribe. Share my boy around, man. Hey, man. We building an empire, man. And it all starts here, right now. Man, where would you rather be? Than right here, right now. You feel me? Man, but now with that being said, man, hey, listen, man. Y'all gonna catch us on Friday. Y'all gonna catch us on Friday.
Oh, Friday, yes. The playoff series, brother. Yes. We on Saturdays for the offseason, but Friday night, we'll see you guys Friday night.
Hey, y'all don't want to miss that episode because it's going to be fully loaded because we're going to let you know how this game going to go and how we could beat this team. And y'all going to love it. And it's not going to be no BS. It's going to be straight facts. So let's get to it, baby.
Amen. Let's do it.
Hey, man, shout out to y'all, man. Once again, man, thank y'all for tuning in, man. Like, comment, subscribe, man. We appreciate y'all love and support, man. Hey, we're going to catch y'all Friday.
Yes.